Today I am going to share with you something more personal. I will be quite vulnerable with you guys because I understand that in order to connect with people and I want really to impact as many people as possible, I have to show different dimensionals of my life and of myself. I am a human being at the end of the day. I'm not a robot. I don't know anything in this world. I keep learning, I keep understanding more and more of what's the purpose of this life. And this is just me sharing with you what I've went through. I will also show you a quite personal thing. It's a video with one of the sessions that I had during the radiotherapy procedures. And before that, I will explain to you the right, and then intro and post experience after getting all that radiation into my brain. When I got diagnosed, right, I had no clue what that treatment will look like. All that I heard from doctors was, hey, you know what? It's not gonna be painful. It's quite easy to take. I felt that I am in a secure place and everything will be great. And they said the truth, because during the sessions I didn't feel anything. It wasn't painful. However, after I finished all 40 procedures, which took 1.5 months, then the things got more awful. First, let me share with you kind of like this video of one of the procedures that I went through, and then I will explain to you what happened after to what I feel right now. So let's check this out. This video is 5 minutes because the procedure itself took up to 5 minutes. I'm not gonna go through the entire video. I will just explain a couple of things of what was happening during the session. Hopefully, you know, some people who watch this, they will feel like if something happens to them, they can go through it and they can pick themselves up and they can keep going. So let's check this out.
Ja.
Essentially, the first thing that I had to do is you go into a room. It's an isolated room where it's only you and one technician, and the doctor is just looking at the screens, right? The doctor is not in the room itself. And the first thing that they do is I lay down on this place, right? You have to take off your shirt. You're only with your pants. Then this technician, what he does is he's putting a mask on your face. The first procedures, I remember the mask was so tight that after the procedure I had kind of like a scar on my nose for a couple hours, and that was really hilarious. But after a couple of procedures, I felt that the mask wasn't that tight anymore. So let's keep watching.
Evet. Tamam mı canım?
Now, you have to understand that once I lay down on that kind of bed, it takes around 2 or 3 minutes until they set the bed in such a way that the radiation that goes, it should go exactly to where the tumor is. They set that they're going on the left side, on the right side, and then at the top until they find the sweet spot, the right spot, before they send those lasers. And they do all of that with these computers. So I was really fascinated after I was watching this video. And once they do that, the radiation starts. What I hear at that point is that something is like burning in my brain. Was really scary, actually, to be honest. One thing that also happens, and it's really interesting to me, is that while I am laying down there and I don't have to move, is the machine, right? The machine that sends all the radiation into my head is moving accordingly. It's like it's spinning 360 degrees like that. And I was hearing that, and when I was watching this video, I noticed much more accurately how it's moving in that way and in another way. I believe that they do that because they want to kind of cover and they want to hit every single part of the tumor. One particular thing that really stick to my mind is that during those 5 minutes, every single time they stopped somewhere at the middle, and the doctor came to this place and he was looking at the computer, he was measuring very, very accurately where the radiation is going. So I was very happy that I had such a great expert that was looking after me. That's kind of an overall of how this procedure is proceeding, and sometimes it was a little bit longer than 5 minutes, other times it was very, very quick. I would say even 2 or 3 minutes. That was it. Like I was going from Monday to Friday, right? Saturday and Sunday it was a break for me, and I was just going to the hospital for 5 minutes, right, at the maximum, and afterwards I was free. And we didn't even need to stay at the hospital. I just stayed with my parents in Airbnb, right, and we were going just to our house and we were going back to the hospital when we need to. Now, the pre and intra experience was okay, I cannot complain. However, after I finished all 40 procedures, that is when things got harder and harder. For 1 month straight, this was the minimum after I finished the last procedure. That's the moment when I had lots of side effects that impacted negatively my life. I had 2 main side effects. One was brain fogginess, and second one was memory loss. Now I had memory loss before I took the first procedure, but after that the memory loss was amplified. The brain fogginess, to explain you what is that, it's like you are in a dream.
Am I dreaming?
Like you don't feel what you're doing, and you cannot be very rapid when it comes to the decision. You have to contemplate many times until you figure out how something works or until you make a decision. And the second thing is that you literally forget very quickly. I wanted to go, for example, at a Subway to take a sandwich. The Subway was very close to me, like, you know, you could walk by 2 minutes until you get there. I wanted to go by myself. I went there, I took the sandwich, and afterwards I was confused, I was overwhelmed. Where is the apartment where I live? So it took me quite some time to find the apartment. That scared me. That was the moment when I felt kind of hopeless. Like, if I cannot even find my house, then how the heck can I impact a world? Eventually it got better and better, and after I would say 1 month, full 1 month, I kind of recovered and I felt that I am out of a brain fogginess, and now I can make decisions, I can think faster, and I can fully work and I can fully use my brain. I want to leave you with one final thought. This disease has changed me at 360 degrees. Not in vain is said that disease changes you in a good way, it makes you wiser, stronger and better. And also it triggers you to think more about other people and genuinely serve and help others. Now, when I look at my goal list, I have a couple of them. But when I read between the lines, I have noticed clearly that all of them, they come down to one important thing, is to genuinely help you and other people and impact with my stories and with my knowledge.